Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Hogwarts Legacy. So, right now to kind of kick this episode off, I feel like we need to catch up on our side quests. So the first side quest that we're going to do is we need to talk to Sir Ryan and the three...
Glad you came.
I wish I had the courage to go into the forest.
We have two side missions.
Hello, Serona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgog?
We're actually working together. Spoke with them.
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favor for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I don't believe I've met Mrs. Sprottle.
She's lovely. Her late husband, Aidan, was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. The ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
Why does Mrs. Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer. She's been supplying travelling vendors with Wiggenweld potion. An ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it.
Right.
You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
So what we need now, we're going to go speak to Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsmeade.
Revelio.
Dude, there was...
I told you not to go down that path.
Definitely can't fly, just... Still can't. Now I can. Here we go. Help us get there a lot faster.
This place has seen better days. Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle?
Had to drop and get...
Shane Bardolph thought dark
Playing
magic was
first?
the answer. I reckon Rookwood's played a hand in his disappearance.
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect hawk lumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some hawk lumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Oh, I already have some.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting hawk lumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather hawk lumps and collect the box of letters there.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Oh, goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those hawk lumps. I, and the vendors I help, would greatly appreciate it.
Okay, so we gotta find an
Bardo
tavern.
Beaumont should have returned by now. Had by dark wizards he was.
Revelio.
Ranrock's loyalists are a menace. What can be done?
Aloha Mora.
Here we go. Yes.
Revelio.
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. And in his disappearance.
Gotta fight some people.
Accio. Descendo. Incendio. Confringo. Protego. Stupefy. Incendio. Incendio. Protego. Stupefy. Incendio.
speed lock on. Like I'll just have to get down.
Is that
So
correct?
it better not be a trick.
Protego!
Reduction!
Predator and prey, shall we?
You'll peter out soon enough.
Descendo! Protego!
You dare say what?
No one takes one
Oh, okay. Definitely could have done a little bit better on that, but we'll take it.
Revelio.
Alright, let's find an...
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
Crump Hollow.
Leave the hall clumps to Mrs. Sprottle, but I still need to visit the cave to find some... Better have a look around. See about the hall clumps and the box of letters. Incendio! That's all the hall clumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased. Revelio. Descendo.
Go ahead and go. Got a lot of this prompt.
Revelio.
There's where we gotta go. Think.
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether. Protego! Accio! Descendo! Confringo! Descendo! Incendio! Accio! Protego!
This should
Descendo! Incendio! Descendo! Potato! Incendio! Descendo! Accio! Incendio! Confringo! Should think they felt that in London.
That hit a troll with a ball. I did not. Okay.
Revelio.
Alright, dear Serona, I conjured this gift for you, of my gratitude. Hadn't stood your ground on my path during Quidditch practice last week. Might have left the team altogether. Now we've won the Quidditch Cup. Raven's house would not. Or sincerely, got more letters. My dear Serona, sent a note separately to my dear Mr. and Mrs. Trottle for their hospitality, but felt the bill to thanks. Lovely respite from the castle. Yet how we kicked about that ridiculous Trottle's taken. I was simply curious. I'll be dreaming of days. So appreciate you. I must warn you, however, not me. Join you next week's match. Know that Ravenclaw is no match for us.
This must be Serona's box of letters.
My dear Mrs. Trottle, mother and father were delighted to hear that I had spent the afternoon glad rags last Saturday. Told, I think mother was ever so slightly envious. Can't soon forget how heartily laughed at my efforts bodice of my dress. Challenge indeed, as is the rather delicate practice of properly fitting a hat pin without my hat or my head. I adore everything that was selected, and I have you out for now feel like a marvelously fashionable. Also a treat to dine at the Three without having to clear the tables. Place like that one day, mark my word. Consider myself more lucky that you and Trottle know that my parents feel precisely the Dear Serona, darling friend, as favorite, dream, how die. Delighted to oblige. Not sure where she got raspberries at this time of the that
I should take this box of letters to Serona. She'll be glad to have it back.
Dear Serona, when I arrived here, I've had a troubling that in many ways wasn't like the first. Thus, I worried that Hogwarts might have been the proper place for me and pondered sitting out of my parents, asking me almost first week of classes. How did you know? Pressure, I presume, not secret, legiment. I wonder that you seem better than I did. Day in the three when you spotted in a staring blankly at an butterbeer, an empty house of parchment. My quill dripping ink woefully onto it. Came to sit. I shall never forget it. Holy. Alright, I recall a sudden sense. Cast a levitation. Told me about been to come to Hogwarts. Beyond my anything, confident, and which days that followed marveled at how you charmed and the non-magical out around you without an apology, racing far as though a on for realized that I could choose that path as well. Now that my school years are in, frightened first year witch had been seen. I know it because you saw yourself in that daring creature in the corner of the pub, so generously extended. For sincerely, yes, tell Miss Sprottle that I plan Sprottle whenever I can. Their delightful conversation, I am unashamed to admit her incomparable cauldron cake.
I think that's everything. Serona will be glad to have this back. Confringo!
You got
Revelio.
oh, I can get up. There we go. All right, now we can get out of here. Go return the box of letters to. I'm struggling. All right. We're not too far off.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
I'm just trying to practice.
Still talk about you taking down that.
I wonder where they go.
Hello, Serona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk clumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
One of the letters mentions Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard, I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aidan. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand, and not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
Right, we have completed a friend. Now, look right here. We have a side quest. Sorry, Clementine Willard's. Go ahead and talk to her.
Pardon me, but were you saying something?
Oh, hello. Talking to myself. I'm Clementine Willardsey. Charmed. I was musing on the precious butterflies I see near the edge of the forest. Whenever I come near, they fly off into it. When I was at Hogwarts, we truly were forbidden from entering the forest. Told horrible stories about it, and I've had an irrationally intense fear of it ever since. It's silly, but I'm insatiably curious as to where the butterflies go in the forest. You couldn't possibly find out, could you?
You want me to follow the butterflies?
I do, yes, if you wouldn't mind.
Very well. If I have time, I shall see where they lead.
Oh, how kind. Students these days have so much more courage than I ever did. You can usually find me right around here. I hope to see you soon.
Yeah, we're gonna find the butterflies.
Don't forget,
Forbidden.
the butterflies always seem to be on the fringes of the Forbidden Forest. Good luck.
Thank you. All right, let's go find these butterflies.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Oh, please tell me you have an answer for me about the butterflies.
Hello, Miss Willardsey.
Well, what happened? Did you find them?
They led me into the forest and revealed a treasure.
Oh, how lovely! I'm glad you were rewarded for your efforts. Perhaps one day I'll be able to bring myself to go into the forest. For now, I'm happy simply knowing there's something so lovely to see, should I dare.
All right. Quests. Split up. shadow of. Dang, ooh, that's a good one. Sorry, we're gonna switch that and go to the Garrett task. Haven't done it in. Yeah, this is.
You can't
those quests that
imagine how
were
inconvenient.
overdue. Like before I move. Bastion. Garrett.
Were you calling me, Gareth?
I was. After you helped me with that fupa feather and potions, I reckoned you might be just the person I need. You see, I have an idea for a fizzing Whizbee-inspired beverage, but I'm missing a key ingredient.
You and your concoctions. I don't know how you come up with these things.
It's a gift, truly. So, I suspect the key ingredient in fizzing Whizbees is dried billywig stings. I heard there's a store of them in Honeyduke's cellar. I'd get them myself, but my Aunt Matilda has her eye on me. Thinks I need to focus on potions class for a while, not for my own brews. I was hoping you could follow a secret passage to Honeyduke's cellar and grab a few dried billywig stings for me.
Sounds simple enough. And who wouldn't want to go to Honeyduke's?
Ah, brilliant. Thank you. The passage is hidden behind the statue of a one-eyed witch in the third-floor corridor. Just tap it with your wand and say, Descendium.
I'll see what I can do, Gareth.
Fair enough. You shall be the first one to taste my newest brew if you can be of help. Perhaps I can convince a meat to help me with my potions homework. Get my aunt to loosen her reins a bit.
I'll need to get those dried billywig stings for Gareth if he's to finish his latest concoction. A one-eyed witch statue shouldn't be too hard to find. Revelio. This looks like the right statue.
Yes, I told you. You're very clever.
Clever?
What was the
How
password?
offensive. Next. Fine, a genius. Happy
Possibly.
now?
But I'll allow your limp vocabulary. This disillusionment charm is superb. I'm stealthy as a demiguise. I'm Ow!
What in Merlin?
Where are you going?
What a stupid
You're
thing
gonna
to do!
It's not stupid.
It's
How
the
dare-
most stupid thing anyone has ever done!
Well, if you'd look where you're going instead of barging about.
Statue.
Stop it! You'll make it. Success! You're right! It's superb! You blithering moonlight, that's my essay for sure!
Abandoned potions of the Middle Ages as compared to the Black Plague.
No. The one
Descendium.
Oh, well, you'll do well on that one.
Right past it and not pay attention.
Goodness. Who knew this was all down here?
Okay, we get to it. Pass.
A lift. Must be how I get down. Looks broken, though. Repairer. Revelio. That seems to have done the trick. This castle will never cease to surprise me.
Got some spiders up ahead.
Incendio! I'm trapped. How am I supposed to get out of here? Revelio. Accio. Descendo. Revelio. If I could lift this platform, I think I could get it to work. Accio. Descendo. Revelio. Levioso. I'm going to have to get past this. Reparo. Levioso. Revelio. Incendio. One more to go and I'll make it across. Reparo. Leviosa. Something is getting in the way of that platform.
That was very smart to do. I just hit it.
Accio. Levioso. That did the trick. This must be the way out.
Go.
I need to find a way to open that gate. Incendio. Revelio. Something smells sweet. Must be close to Honeydukes. Revelio. Revelio. Honeydukes. I can smell the chocolate. Now, where would I find the dried billywig stings for Gareth? I have the dried billywig stings. Now back to Gareth. I can only imagine how his new recipe's going to turn out. Accio. Expelliarmus. Reparo. Incendio.
It's locked, but it opened up right away. Okay, it says return to Gareth. Up on the map. And almost complete. Now we can jump into the bastion.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Always on.
Hello, Gareth. I have those dried billywig things.
You got them! Incredible.
Oh, you're
happy to help. Here you go.
This is brilliant! Can't wait to get started. Thank you again. I'll let you know when I brewed my first batch of fizzing whizbeer.
Alright, let's open that map back up. I think S bastion right next to him.
Special knack! It's tormenting Professor Black!
Anything to do with the dark art should be avoided. It's too risky.
Anything to do with Salazar Slytherin is worth the risk.
I can't agree. And I'll not say a word more. I'm sorry.
I won't give up.
What were you and Ominous speaking about?
He's being ridiculous. Apparently Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts. Ominous swears it was used for the dark arts, so he wants nothing to do with it. I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium could hold the answers we need.
Ominous is right. Meddling in the dark arts is dangerous.
There's more to dark magic than people realize. The Gaunts know this. Better than most. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominous's family history is personal to him.
I'd like to know more about it if you wouldn't mind telling me. I won't repeat it.
Very well. But do keep this between us. Ominous learned dark magic from his parents. Are you familiar with the Cruciatus curse?
Crucio, correct? The Cruciatus curse, also known as the torture curse, inflicts excruciating pain on the victim.
Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no qualms about casting it on muggles for sport. Ominous described the sound of the victim's cries as horrific, so the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child, he couldn't bring himself to do it. As punishment, his family cast it on him. The anguish was so bad that when asked to cast it again, he relented. I have repeatedly assured Ominous that he did what he had to, but he still hasn't forgiven himself.
How horrible. Poor Ominous. He was only a child. He shouldn't blame himself.
After that incident, the rift between Ominous and his family only grew. That is until I came along. Every moment he isn't at Hogwarts, he's with us in Feldcroft. Ominous trusts me. And more often than not, he winds up listening to me. I'll remind him of that when I follow up about the scriptorium. Watch for my owl. I'll have news soon enough. I'll make Ominous understand. He'll change his mind.
Okay. That's all we had to do.
Revelio. Expelliarmus.
Okay, this is the guide page to the Great Hall.
Revelio.
Oh, nice.
Aloha Mora.
Wait.
What do we have here? A demiguise.
Dang. I need this thing.
Revelio. Mine now, demiguise.
Thank you. All right, what next thing can we check out these quests? It says meet Natty after dark. Okay. I think it is dark. Phase of phase. So, but just our map and that is. But in closest I am for like a food. That is just crazy. Okay, so gotta do the rest of this on foot, because not flying.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
He'll see it was a mistake parting ways with me.
Expelliarmus! Accio!
I ain't trying to talk to you yet, Ackley Barn. Sorry.
Revelio!
Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
Addie, don't worry.
Psst, over here. Quietly. I am glad that you received my owl. We need to stay low and remain quiet.
Natty, what's going on? Why are we all the way out here?
As promised, I did some investigating to find out what Harlow is up to. I followed him to the Hog's Head. I noticed him reading a letter. All I could see was that it was signed by and bore the seal of Victor Rookwood. And after you told me that Rookwood and Harlow were after you, I decided that you were the perfect person to join me in taking them down. For good. That letter is the tangible proof that Officer Singer needs. It is why I followed Harlow here, and why I wrote to you. I need your help to retrieve it.
I'll help you find the letter, Natty.
I'm glad to hear it. First, we must access the castle keep. I'll check the main gate, see if you can find another way in. I do not see any guards, but we should still try to be as quiet as possible. Harlow is here after all.
Do it.
Revelio.
Take those eggs. I think we gotta get up there. I use. Fly up there.
Revelio.
Venite. Oh, nothing.
Oh, damn you.
Revelio. I wonder what that does. Accio. Well, that didn't work. Perhaps something with a bit more force. Revelio. Descendo. Depulso. That did it. Expelliarmus. Descendo. Depulso. Accio.
Gotta bring this.
Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Thank you.
Depulso. Accio. Descendo. Depulso. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Oh.
Revelio.
Gonna get me up.
Expelliarmus. Descendo. Expelliarmus. Accio. Descendo. Revelio.
All right, I'm figure this out. Think I know what I gotta do.
Levioso. I need to find a way into the gatehouse to open the gate for Natty. Depulso. Dead end. Must be another way in.
There is, don't worry.
That looks as if it might raise the gate. Depulso! Accio! Depulso! Accio!
Well done. I will be right up.
Okay.
I knew you could do it. This way. I will get the door.
Yeah, Maddie.
That is the main keep. My guess is that we'll find Hallow and the letter inside. We'll need to be careful once we get...
I hear them.
Yeah, restrain the beast! Yeah.
Oh.
Highwing.
Do you know know that hippogriff.
We're getting that hippogriff back.
Very well. New plan. I get the evidence and you free that hippogriff. Agreed? This is our chance. Go!
Blast it! There's gotta be another way to get up to the roof. Somewhere.
Looks like
I hope Natty stays out of trouble. Accio! Wingardium Pulso! Levioso! Wingardium Leviosa! Levioso! Not the safest place to sneak into.
I'm always given the dull tasks.
Revelio.
Shut up, dude.
Petrificus Totalis.
Loser. Got him.
The Ministry ought to relax their feelings towards the dark arts.
Ha ha! Time to teach someone a lesson!
I think they know I'm here.
It seems we may have an intruder in our midst.
Oh shit. They lost me.
Just because I'm a poacher doesn't mean I dislike beasts.
This is utter nonsense. I've never heard such
Petrificus Totalis. Aloha Mora.
Oh, it says
Revelio. I hope Natty's having an easier time of it.
You're going home in a wooden box!
they even know where I am.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy this.
You want to talk of romance? Last time I saw you with a rose was when you stuck your finger on one trying to hide a sack of galleons. Rookwoods don't go down easy.
They lost me again.
Mr. Tallis.
Back for more ice.
Leviosa!
That was stupid.
Not the safest place to sneak into.
This is almost...
Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
I would say that Irondale is not appropriate.
Well, had fun the first time around.
Around Hellcrop or something to poach.
Expelliarmus. Confringo.
You'll need to be quicker than that.
Incendio. Incendies.
Hang on!
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Protego. Incendio.
Oh, dang it. We gotta keep airborne enemies 5 seconds.
Alohomora. I hope Natty's having an easier time of it.
Oh, drop down.
You're going home in a wooden box!
Levioso.
Accio. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Accio. Expelliarmus. Protego. Incendio. Confringo. It's shameful what you've done to helpless beasts.
It's true.
Alohomora.
Alright, now we're back where we started.
Confringo.
That. Something I can't get. Don't even know why I'm coming over here. let's get to the save our dear friend.
Highwing, it's all right. There we go.
There you are.
Come on.
Hello, Mom.
Good job, Natty.
Hurry!
That is pretty cool. Got to save him. Heck yeah. Follow Natty on Highwing.
Ho! Ho! There's the Hogwarts Express. Must be returning from an unscheduled run.
I wonder if anyone can see us from the castle. This is amazing!
Like they're having a blast.
It's incredible, isn't it?
How exciting.
It was exhilarating, wasn't it? I wasn't sure we were going to make it out alive.
There was no need to worry. I had it all under control.
Were you able to find the letter?
Summoned it straight out of Hallow's hands. I will say, I did not expect to see him cast the killing curse at us. He won't forget this. Be on your guard.
Of course. What did the letter say?
That Rookwood's looking for a phoenix. Not sure where he will find one. But it also included Harlow's orders to inspect that castle for the poachers. Enough to connect Harlow to the crimes. I shall deliver the letter to Officer Singer. She'll have to do something when she sees it. Now, tell me, where did you meet these hippogriffs?
I've only met Highwing before. Poppy introduced us.
Poppy Sweeting knows a hippogriff. Of course she does. Poppy will be relieved to know that Highwing's safe. I came to the right person for help. My mother will be worried. I must go. Seek me out soon. I shall have much to tell you.
Okay. Have Highwing. Now the quest is the high key. Okay. That is cool. Have new quest event. But our suggested level. So we have astronomy. To get our get ourselves up there, we'll start getting our levels. But this is going to be a good stopping point episode. That last mission, Maddie, that was worth it right there. That was awesome. But like I said, that's it. Guys, I hope you enjoyed Harry Potter series. Fun one for sure. Still a lot left to do. A lot more missions, things to, a lot more of this wizarding world to. But we'll be back soon, everyone.